latest political rumbles here in Wave TV. Of course, we have resumed the analysis of events as things continue to unfold. Nigeria boys, as of course, premium spirit hikes now 1,300, between 1,100 and 1,300 Nigerians are shouting helplessly and no one is coming to their rescue. Things are getting more harder, honestly, as just envisaged, as we are telling them that you don't expect anything different but the worst, just as the former president said that they will truly miss him. Nigerians are missing Buhari now, and that is the truth. That is the reality unfolding now. We are here, of course, to discuss Obasanjo Anyaoku laments the frustrations, the impunity, and the poor leadership going on in Nigeria today. It is quite unfortunate, but that is the reality happening. Nigerians are crying, and yes, it is happening live and direct here in Wave TV as we resume the political discourse this morning. Welcome once again, esteemed fans. Kindly hit the like buttons here of the videos as you join us. It is happening very much, of course, excited to be here once again. There is lamentations all over the Nigerian today, and people are analysts. It is happening today in Nigeria. Nigerians are very much disturbed with the realities. They have been trapped now. Nobody, of course, even those who are speaking has lost their voice. The Emilokos, those who claim they will show P2B, and they are now taking the show to the Asarok. It's quite unfortunate, but that is the reality. Let's have, of course, the impulse of the masses here today and what they have to say regarding what is happening. Everywhere there is fire, there is pandemonium. As you can see now on the street of Nigeria, everywhere is empty. This has been one of the most busiest places, but today, of course, people are scampering for safety. No food, no fuel, things are getting out of hands. Your take on this development. Good morning. It's a pleasure having you this morning.
Good morning. What is happening in Nigeria now is what Nigeria people deserve, since they don't want to come to the reality of the truth. So whatever thing that is going on is what we cause ourselves, including our leaders, those in top. Nigeria suffering from hunger is a which not supposed to be. It's the cause of the leadership. When you have a country that's not productive, what do you expect? Is hunger. You only depend on the importing and the importing. You cannot finance agriculture. You cannot empower the youth. You cannot, the farmers, you cannot even and insecurity, Fulani flooding the farmers. Then what are we expecting? Now it's hunger. Hunger and frustration. We are on that, we are talking of increment of fuel. Why must we that have the crude oil in our country buy a liter of fuel 1,001?
So we're buying 1,003.
1,001, 1,300, depends the location where you find yourself. I mean, it's very, 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 very bad and painful. Because talking about this fuel of issue, we have the raw materials here. Out of the whole 36 states that make up a country in Nigeria, as we call, we cannot even boast of 7 refineries that is standard to refine fuel.
Do you have anyone functional, let alone calling for 7?
No, I'm just talking for some, based on the population of Nigeria. You see, we are here just exporting, and even the gains and the other materials they extract from that crude oil, they marketed it outside, unknown to us. And we will just carry our money. Import the same food, come back here.
Honestly, my people do say, Agwo na ihe ololo agbotorola.
Now,
Nigeria and Tinubu, of course.
They never start. They never start. They are just flashing. Because people never get to the major, the gleam of the issue.
Okay, it means they have not started. No, this is just the genesis.
They don't flash. They don't flash them. So, my brother, talking about this country, in fact, I'm tired of this country. I'm tired of this Nigerian of a country. I'm tired of Nigeria. I think that they will do a round table this night, even tomorrow. Let them speak so that they can be able to monitor.
And Nigeria don't say he's tired even of you people, Nigerians. Nigeria himself, Nigeria will be country. He said he don't tire for Nigerians. Why are you not doing something to make things happen?
Time shall come when people will come out and say, to your tent, you owe Israel. No fight, no quarrel. To your tent, you owe Israel. And that is what is coming out to happen now.
On the life, on mega life.
To your tent, you owe Israel. People are tired. We did a 10 days protest in order to bring food price down. We are not even get a break on that. Now, we just enter into fuel issue. In fact, Nigeria is totally confused right from the top seat. They are totally confused to the down seat.
I think the latest music in Nigeria, go.
Now, looking at this country now, my brother, it pains me and it makes me laugh at times. How can it, the thing just be like now? Nobody knows where we are going to. Nobody knows. And nobody can fathom what may happen tomorrow.
Autopilot.
Nobody knows where Nigeria they go. Even I was telling somebody that even though that it happens today, I told somebody some time ago that don't be surprised that they will say this country unknown to you. You will be moving as a citizen, not knowing that foreigners have already bought you.
They have sold the country, now change the nine they spend, the remaining change.
Because I'm reasoning whether they have said the Nigerian crude oil, whether they don't say the oil, what do they call it? Oil.
The crude oil, when?
Whether they are selling to foreigners.
Buhari sold it for 3 years before he left. So they go there. I don't know, I will have to himself.
He sold it for 3 years before he went.
That's why he said Nigeria will miss him.
The remaining one, Tinubu will come sell the remaining one. Maybe as they are extracting the crude oil, the people that have bought the crude oil, they are the ones to tell us what to sell fuel in our country. There is nothing like a citizen in this country, my brother. Nigeria people are in a cage.
Now go with that.
Saying that the said that Nigeria economy is stagnated, and which is true. Nigeria economy is stagnated in the sense that nothing goes in, nothing comes out. You don't feel well. You cannot even transport yourself. See how road it is. So many people that have that cannot afford 1,100 naira to buy fuel. How many liters of fuel that you buy to fill a tank? Whereby if you want to fill a tank now, you will buy like a 60,000 fuel or more than depends the size of your tank.
More than. It's quite unfortunate.
So my brother,
but Obasanjo blaming Tinubu for this impunity, is it a sense? Is Obasanjo a sense?
Yes, in the other side of it, I blame Tinubu in the other side because of during the inauguration period on that May 29, where I blame it is that one, he had never even resumed to the office. He had never even go through the files. He had never even studied the past president, the one that is coming to take over. What he left on ground, how other things be. The man that was on that oil this, oil that. Immediately on the inauguration gun, when they had the microphone, what he was saying was a subsidy gun. Subsidy gun in the sense, you have never even tell Nigerians how your system of government is going to be, or how you are going to make Nigeria great, or how you are going to carry everybody along. Your mind was a subsidy gun. Now the subsidy has gone and gone back to you. Now the thing has now backfired. You don't even know where to run to go. You don't go France, you don't go China because of this. You don't even know whether you will clear. You don't even know whether now the hunger will hold people that will clear. My brother, doom according to this country. It's not a lie. Doom. This Nigeria is doom.
Boko Haram is leaving farmers, the available surviving farmers heavily before they can access their farm. That means even the granite, the carrot you are buying now might go extinct, of course, and that means a new development, a renewed hope, of course, of poverty, of shame for Nigerians. In a Nigerian as a sovereign state, Boko Haram is now detecting for Nigerian citizens, in quotes, how much you pay before you enter your farm. And we have security men. What exactly is happening?
They it makes me at times to laugh. At times I go sit down within myself. I go reason say why this country is like this, you know. How can you tell me that Boko Haram, who know Boko Haram, is it a governmental system? Who are they ruling? How can you tell me that a group of people will come from nowhere, gather themselves up, start terrorizing people, innocent people, people that are farmers? You are not leaving them. You will pay so much before you fight. Imagine granite. Now they no longer tie granite 50 naira again.
Oh, yeah.
Granite now is now 200.
200, 100 have disappeared.
For you to buy granite 200, come buy sugar, drink garri, you know how much that will come up from your pocket.
Nigeria, go.
Why Boko Haram are rising every day? Why they are gathering momentum, gathering muscle everywhere, and they're pulling weight? What our security men are doing, my brother? Those are intelligent men. Those that have fought wars and come back to this country, both the retired ones and those that are power, and those ones that they recruited, and those ones that are still on training ground as I'm talking to you now. What are they doing over this insecurity matter?
Honestly, unfortunately,
that means we don't have security men in the country.
the truth is that they are not telling the Nigerians that there is a new government organized by the Boko Haram, leaving their own citizens. They have their own citizens. They are in charge of the government of the North.
Yes.
Because if you are not in charge, you can't be taxing the citizens.
To pay money
Even within a citizen, within a country. It means they are their country, the government of their own. That is what they are failing to tell us the truth.
If that is this, if they want to have a Boko Haram state in Nigeria, fine and good. Let them have the northern side. Let them stay there and start their own system of government. And government, let them not carry their system of government come down to south and southwest in order not to cause a violence or what. Let them see if they want to do that. That is what I'm talking about. If Nigeria wants to speak, let them speak. If Boko Haram wants to govern the whole northern, let the northerners have agreement with them. If southeast want to govern themselves during the Biafra sovereignty, which will soon surface now, the hope of the Nigeria, for now. And let them stay. So there will be a peace and calm. If you want to go to North, you go to Boko Haram, you carry your passport and your papers and go there and leave them. They will leave you there, you farm if you want. Then if you don't want, you take your passport and your paper, you come to Biafra land, where reasonable people are invested, where people who know what life means, where development is booming. You come over there and I have to live it. So telling me Boko Haram, all of them know all those people that are doing it. Who are the sponsors?
Of course, Jonathan once said that Boko Haram are in his cabinet. Now, as Boko Haram, Jonathan left, they have to occupy the cabinet. It's quite unfortunate this is happening in Nigeria. Biafran Republic government in exile is not leaving the Biafrans or indigenous people of Biafra. But here comes a government in the north that have taken over of course, the north already have 12 Sharia states. Of course, begging for more to extend their dynasty or their kingdom, the Islamic movement. So what can you say about the silence or conspiracy of silence on the part of the Nigerian government today?
What I have there to say for Nigerian government is that even though all these things that we are talking day and day after day, you see upon that things remain as it is. We are talking of insecurity. Even though Jonathan period, during Jonathan regime, he himself tried to wipe away the Boko Haram when he stretched out for external help. He bring people, yes, Nigeria witnessed that. We saw it that they came. But because of as they came, they saw that it is the same people, the same campus people. They went back. And since there no governor, no Buhari, even this present one, Tinubu never even talk about any external help over this security matter. Had it been that it's somebody that have a human sympathy, a feeling of the citizens that they are ruling, I think you will focus, where your focus will first go to insecurity, to secure your country well. Let there be peace and calm. And since yet you are not talking about that.
Why is the government blaming Simon Ekpa? Is he responsible for this security? the killings of the northern people, and I think, is it an emir or a king was also killed
The same year in Sokoto.
in Sokoto State,
Same year, yes.
and they demanded for ransom, and the government failed to pay the ransom. They killed the emir and asked the people, the community, to come and
Pay 65,000.
redeem his corpse
And they
with
paid the
65
money.
million. They paid the money and they could not get the corpse.
They buried the man inside the forest.
Wow, what a country!
What is this in Nigeria? What are we talking about? What our security made me? In fact, my prayer, even though I want, my prayer, may let God keep those people on top. Those people that are causing this havoc in Nigeria over this insecurity, they sponsor, let God annihilate their life. Somebody blaming this Samane back, somebody that is fighting his best right. They have already made it known to them that he's a citizen of Biafra by birth, and he's a citizen of Finland, where he resides. They don't know anything about Nigeria, which have already proved for them. Somebody blaming somebody that is there fighting for his future, and he's making a mistake. You cannot blame Samane on what he's doing, because he's doing the right thing. It is his right. It is what he is supposed to. So blaming Samane by doing this, let the man keep on doing. If it is his, let them go and meet him there. They thought that it was a need to man the carry. This one is not an man the carry. And this one is going to transform. That's Southeast. This Samane by they will see what will happen.
Now, what is left in Nigeria to be desired to be a citizen? Let me ask from you, sir. It's a pleasure having you in today's political rumbles. What can you say about the happenings here in Nigeria today?
Well, thank you, my brother. It was just unfortunately that we find ourselves in this stage. God of the day, when I was growing up in Nigeria, even somebody giving me $1, I can even do that $1 for a good 1 month. But now, the whole system has been jeopardized by also called leaders. Why? Because they only put themselves as a self-interest, and they try to impose their will over the Nigerian citizens in this country. Brother, sometimes I just imagine a flashback. What is going on in this country? And if you look at this country, in all the whole country, God has so much blessed Nigeria with every resources. Whatever Nigeria needs, God has made it available for Nigeria. But we're just unfortunate for our leaders. They are self, they have a self-interest. They don't put their mind on the ordinary citizens of Nigeria. They don't put their importance on the citizens of Nigeria. The value that every citizen has. They have come to buy. And you know our naira. They valuated our naira. $1 to naira is close to 1,600. In this country.
Obasanjo said impunity reigns, and the poor leadership of Tinubu has destroyed every hope within the Nigerian populace. What can you say about the fuel becoming 1,001, 1,003 per liter today? How managed do we come to this point?
I always imagine that it's just like God has given a plan approach.
Okay.
But we are still lacking, we are still asking for the water. And we have no choice. Nigeria is one of the 7 countries that produce oil in this world. But yet, we are still suffering. Can you imagine that? For Nigeria, we can't boast having a concrete refineries. We import, and the brought back the come and say the high exorbitance for Nigeria. Consider fuel subsidy. We have not even seen the importance of this fuel subsidy. I don't know whether there is more fuel subsidy in Nigeria. Our leaders just, they are all mind of themselves. And Nigerian citizens are suffering. They are working endlessly. Why? The whole Nigeria
has become the giant rat.
Remember, Malaysia country said they came to Nigeria in 1963 to come and pick camel seed. But today, when you go to Malaysia, They are the one of the best countries that produce cream today. They came to Nigeria and picked a seed. Where are we going in Nigeria? We have a poor leadership who are so selfish of themselves. They are not considered ordinary citizens. Look at that. They are very good infrastructure. Back home.
It's quite unfortunate. Was that a surprise to you? Seeing Tinubu, of course, in this development. Was that in any way a surprise to you?
My brother, I tell you that our president has nothing to do with Nigeria. He had no vision, he had no dream for Nigeria. I think his only job is to come and make a name. Maybe pass once that his name will be put into the book of the record that he has been once president. No direction, he does not have the direction for Nigeria, does not have vision for Nigeria. When they came, to stipulate the 6 days.
What was running in his mind to destabilize the system? I learned, of course, I was almost stranded 2 days ago, and it was reported that Abuja residents are stranded because of the hike in transportation. Likewise, Lagos here, the same thing applies. So what happens to the oil and what happens to the independent marketers and NNPCL or whatever they call themselves in charge of the oil subsidy is gone. But unfortunately, Nigeria went with the subsidy.
I can only say where the subsidy, what it has made is in order to give the concession or in order to give the business for so that they can afford the foreign I'm telling you, the whole system, they just turn the whole system down.
They told us they will remove subsidy and save money and reverse it on Nigerians, but unfortunately they are still paying subsidy according to Falana. Of course, he said that over close to 7 trillion has been paid on that in less than 1 year, even when they claim they have removed subsidy, but behind the scene, they are paying subsidy to themselves.
It's true. My brother, let me tell you, Nigeria, they are just for, they thought they are fooling Nigerian citizens. But they are fooling themselves. You said that you are going to use subsidy money in order to supplement other things in Nigeria. But we are not seeing it today. I think they are sharing the money within their caucus. And they say, even today, they say palliative. How many people are benefiting from the palliative? If you are not belongs to the SCDA or other things, you can't.
You mean you have not benefited any of this palliative?
No, sir. Ever since that they said he has removed the fuel subsidy.
No, okay, but perhaps it was meant for the poorest of the poor. Which, congratulations, you are not part of the poorest of the poor.
Of course, my brother.
No.
I can tell you boldly say that ever since I was born or growing up, there is nothing as that I have benefited from Nigeria.
As a Nigerian?
As a Nigerian, and we see other countries. In other advanced countries, even if you are employed, there is a token that the government will pay ordinary people that have no job.
Some are stranded, some never went to work because their salary could not be enough for transportation. What then, how could they survive this, will I call it hardship or hell? How can Nigerians survive this hell? Because it's a hell. People are dying. You can't, as you said that you can't even think. You are imagining. Keep on imagining. You don't know how to provide solution to solve the immediate needs in the family. As a father and a husband, what has been your experience? How are you coping up?
I tell you that we are just really getting this God. Can you imagine somebody that collecting a salary of 50,000 and then considering the transportation, the feeding, they are going to pay in the average. Even as I'm speaking right now, most of the landlords, they have skyrocketed their house rents.
Exactly.
Where are we going? Look at the cost of the foodstuff in the market today. You can only manage 1,000. What does this 1,000? Manage it. Just manage it.
In a meal? For a meal?
For a meal. Just manage it.
How possible is that?
My God. I mean, just, in a local place, just manage 1,000. The money is no longer valuable.
What do you think can be a solution to this? Obasanjo blaming this government. People said that he contributed to the system, to the endemic corrupt system, of course, that we are seeing today.
Well, what I can only say is that, this whole situation has started from government, federal, it's because our leader not challenge attitude. They don't put what is supposed to put right at that time. And if you're looking from the right from the Obasanjo, the whole system has been degraded, declared. So many things have been wrong.
Why are Nigerians being docile and, of course, not responding accordingly? Why are they not demanding for good accountability and governance?
If you look at it very well, but if you look at the top, people that also our leader, they are not actually focused in Nigeria. They are all. How can you imagine? I remember one of the man they called the director of pension, the man that you embezzle
Mena.
Nigeria, Mena, the whole Nigerian pension fund. And when they invited him to court, he brought it's not 750,000. Today now, the case is closed. That is one of the things I see.
And the billions, several hundreds of billions embezzled has gone down the drain. That is the fundamental question I wanted to ask. Where are we going? Now, would you now, of course, blame those who are calling for division, just like the Biafran people? They have seen there is no future. They don't know where Nigeria is going. And they are heading to the cliff, and that will be destruction for all. They don't want to be part of that disaster that is looming. They say we have to define our own self, of course, and our future before it is too late.
And there are two things that always in this and also Nigeria. It's only Nigeria so big that, for example, now, when was a revolution in Ghana, but in Nigeria, it's only that people are afraid to die. Revolution in Nigeria. The best way to die, in those days we have the Eastern region, Western region,
Northern region.
They control their economy.
Resources.
Their resources. They control their structure. Let everybody do their own structure. That is the best thing. Let there be a separation. Let none stand on their own. Let it run on. Let the Western region and control their resources. Control what they have. That is the best thing.
It's quite unfortunate. Thank you once again. What do you want to change immediately if you are given the opportunity to be the president of Nigeria? Just in a day, in 24 hours, what would you have, of course, changed in your own capacity?
Well, if I have opportunity to be president, one of the things that
Unfortunately, hunger might be killing more Nigerians than the Boko Harams and the bandits. What is stopping, of course, Nigerians to trooping to Aso Rock, demanding think? than trusting in God, who has given us everything. But the poor leadership and impunity among the few selected is now causing the entire populace pains and agonies, death. So should God be blamed at this time, or is it that Nigerians are not living up to their responsibility?
I think God has done his will for Nigeria.
Exactly, perfectly well.
Perfect well. It's not balls down on our own.
So when are Nigerians ready to demand for accountability and good governance?
Time will come that people will no longer be afraid. See what happened in Kenya. I said, thank you. This is not big in this opportunity. When they are coming out, it's going to be
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your opinions here. We do appreciate you, sir. Your name, sir? Thank you once again. We are live and direct here. Very much ready to discuss. Good morning. It's a pleasure welcoming you here this morning. As fans, kindly hit the like button, share, and of course, let us go together. Impunity reigns and poor governments destroying Nigerians under Tinubu administration. That is the position of Anyaoku as they lament. The lamentation has just begun by these two elder statesmen. Anyaoku Obasanjo laments heavily. Your take on this?
The lament they are lamenting now, let me say, it's too late. Because our people said that JOG for change. That means that once you a black goat before night or darkness come. You know, that what they call elderly people. Our people say that what the elderly man see when he sits down, if the child climb Hiroko tree, you cannot see what the elderly man see. But now the proverbs come back now. What the little child is seeing now,
the elderly ones are not seeing it.
The elderly one will climb more than Hiroko tree. The elderly man cannot see it. That's what is going on in called Nigeria and Africa. You know, when I use that proverb, that what people man see many years ago about the situation of Nigeria, these two tribes, Hausa and Yoruba, Obasanjo is the president of Nigeria
2 times.
8 years plus 3 years.
Exactly.
That's 11 good years. But Obasanjo cannot direct good illustration or good example for the whole nation, Nigeria. That's why I say that what the small child can see now, elderly man cannot see it. Let me go back about our former president of Nigeria, Yaradua. Buhari. Many Igbos come outside and say, don't vote for these people. They don't have anything to offer Nigeria. But Obasanjo himself is among the people that put Nigeria in this shell. Because of what? Selfish interest. When the Jonathan is the president of Nigeria, Obasanjo
Fought him.
and his people fought Jonathan to not to come out to rule Nigeria again. Now, see when Obasanjo puts Nigeria, the first letter Obasanjo writes for Yaradua, Buhari, what did Buhari do for that letter? He tore the letter when he said that Nigeria is not doing well. You see, somebody can brought Nigeria from grave to grace. He said, no, the man is not doing good. He removed the man. Support the person that killed Nigeria after the man. You still support this present government. Maybe you will say that you didn't support him by secret. Because when this president is going to Imo State, Obasanjo follow him go to Imo State to respect him. Why the man is shouting now that Nigeria is dying? Nigeria is already died since Muhammad Buhari. Now, the current president now is already burying Nigeria to cement Nigeria. Now, can you wake a dead person? Nigeria is already dead. It cannot wake.
Maybe that is what the president is trying hard to do, to resurrect the dead and decayed carcass of Nigeria. Unfortunately, this is where we found ourselves. A liter of fuel now, 1,003 in some locations in Lagos. What happens to the north? Would they be selling more cheaper there?
Listen now. Do you know the way I love Igbos, Biafrans, that we can sit up in situations happen in Nigeria because we know that we are not the person that started it. Let me tell you one thing. When they are selling fuel, some of Obasanjo they are selling fuel 14 naira, 44 naira. You know what happened? In the south, how much they are selling in the southeast? They said that time 17 naira, 18 naira. When they are selling for 200 naira here, in the southeast they are selling for 400 naira. Now they are selling for 1,000 plus. In the 1,100 naira, 1,300. In the southeast will be 1,600, 1,700 in the southeast. Are you getting me? No time that Nigeria government is okay. What Obasanjo is supposed to do since as elderly man, when Nigeria is still having, they are still in the hospital. He didn't cure Nigeria when they are in the hospital. Is it when Nigeria die and bury? Is it when Obasanjo can bless Nigeria? Now the government, they are doing the Nigeria government now, real paddy government. Now if I talk 20 million, yeah, I will talk 30 million, I will talk 40 million. Is it when you want to resurrect Nigeria? The answer is no. What is the elderly people is crying now? It's too late to them. That's why we, the new generation, the Biafra, we are fighting to get our own nation, Biafra.
Already there is a nation, of course, taxing the Nigerian citizens in the north. This is not Nigerian government, but they call their nation the Boko Haram nation, the Islamic jihadist nation, demanding heavy levies from farmers, Nigerian farmers, or of course the northern hemisphere, before they can go to farm. And Nigerian government is aware. It's being reported by Nigerian newspapers. And yet the soldiers are nowhere to be found. Okay, they are not magicians anywhere. They can be everywhere. Those places like the north, they can be there. But in the east, where they can eat ofenchala and good vegetable, they are meant to be there. Mountain road blocks and all that, extorting the innocent, vulnerable masses who unfortunately do not cause any problem for Nigerians.
Let's see, the funny thing that Nigeria is number one. Nigeria is the Yoruba and the North. They're the people that control Nigeria. And now, you know, Nigerians, the people that rule country, is the people, the major people that say that they will frustrate Jonathan government. When they are inviting those people to come, Baba, let me tell you one thing now. For example, now, you invite me to your house to come and follow you and run some business. And I know that business you are doing is illegal business. I follow you to come and do that your business. And I know in and out, I know the kind of money you are making. I already know your secret. Do you think that you yourself can push me outside? Is it possible? You know that it's not the business, illegal business. It's not genuine. You can't pursue me because if you try to pursue me, I will leak your secret. That's what is going on in Nigeria. They said that they will make Jonathan government
ungovernable. And they one time hired, of course, machineries.
They hire machineries.
And those machineries have tested milk and honey.
They tested the milk and honey.
and butter and bread. See, my brother, to me, oh, I will not leave. Me and you go gather and see. I just at 5. That's what is going on in this nation.
Now, it was reported that one of the emir in Sokoto, or chiefs or king, whatever it's called, in one of the communities where was killed, adopted and killed by the same people that was brought in to help frustrate Jonathan. Today, they are turning back against the communities where they were harbored in the first instance. They killed a man, they demanded for ransom, and the government could not pay, community could not pay. They killed the man and asked them to come and redeem the corpse. And if after they paid the ransom, they could not see the corpse. So is it a good morning for them?
No, they are still sleeping. They never wake up. They never. You know, yesterday I said that when they wipe out the whole Nigeria, that's when they will wake up because they are slumber. They are sleeping. They never start. You see a strong body making Nigeria economy to grow. He said that this man is a drunkard. This man is a terrorist. You gang up to bring the Boko Haram to claim they kidnapped more than 300 Chibok girls. Because of what? Their selfish interest. Their selfish interest. He said that this man is a terrorist. Now, they are in the government now. Since that year, when Muhammadu Buhari is the president of Nigeria, did Nigeria have their independence for the hand of the Boko Haram? The